Hello, welcome to my channel and videos. I hope you are very well. We will explain what the person in my mind feels and thinks, what the person in my mind feels and thinks. Yes, we mixed our cards and we are starting the explanation what the person in my mind feels and thinks. Yes, friends, what the person in your mind feels and thinks. We said, look, I guess the energy is always the same because it seems a bit similar talk, but let's see. Right in the center, friends, see, it turns out to be a wand. My burden is very heavy and I also carry a heart burden because he says I made a choice. Look, I made a choice and you left me. I left without doing anything. I just stared at my back. I have responsibilities. Understand me like this. This person may have said some words to you in the Pentacle of Pentacles. There is separation and bankruptcy here, friends, because he already made a choice. The Lover's card is a choice card that caused a separation, and maybe if you have been treated very badly, you have created a karma. There is a person in our minds, actually, who knows that he is loved and leaves happily. Look, he both loves and leaves. He says he has to make a choice and he makes this choice. Your hearts are breaking, my friends. The person in our minds has gone into logic like this. Well, he has acted with logic a little and he is scared, my friends. Look, I have gone into logic and I am scared. He says I made such a choice. I had to make such a choice because I am really scared, because there is something he is scared of, my friends. Because look, there is a wand under the Moon card, and right under it there is the Sage card. The Sage card tells us about getting married, so the person here is withdrawn into himself. There is a person in our minds who is obsessed with something or who is accounting for the past. What did I do? Was it right? I did it. Why did I do this? I wonder if the decision I made was right, because here the King of Swords is a man of logic, my friends. He swung his sword, cut and threw. No, this is not like this, it should be like this. As if the person in my mind here seems like a person who listens to himself rather than to the words of others, my friends. You too, your heart is broken. You left like this. Your biggest desire and wish has been completed, but instead of this, the World card here is sometimes a test and sometimes a test. You know, the test event is more serious because of the decision he made, he got married, and here you see he hid one of his yellowed and faded swords down like this, so you are in his heart, in his mind, but he doesn't show it to anyone, maybe not even to you. Here there are 3 swords hanging. The place that is seen here is his family, or people he sees as his family, so he did this for 3 people. Here 3 people could be anything. I mean, it could be a joint business, joint life. His mother could be a wife, he could have a partner now, he could have children, who knows why. Here he says I say yes, he says himself, I made this decision, I drew this sword, I switched to logic, the one who broke your heart, and I was the one who caused you to get upset and leave. Also, I know that you are in love with me, but you are very sure that you love him, because look, you left. But the Queen of Hearts here loves so beautifully that this person, maybe he got spoiled by this love. In a second possibility, the Moon card and the Wand card also came out because the Given card came out under it. I'm telling you, friends, there is something the person is afraid of. Maybe he really protects you. I mean, actually, maybe he has to make this choice lovingly. This is better for both me and you. He may have said, who is he protecting from now? From himself or from his family? Does he protect from his dark side, and does he not want you to know this? Does he have a dark side, and does he protect from these people and this environment? What kind of situation he is in now? Who should adapt and follow accordingly? Please, here is the Queen of Hearts, your head is bowed like this. You are a loving woman, the Queen of Hearts. She says she knows very well that I love her. How can she do this to me? You have suppressed it, but you are really upset. I love her from afar. It was meant to be like this. You don't say much reason. Why did it happen? Okay, she cut like a knife, but she threw it away. But why did it happen? You are also accounting for this. It confused you and left. Let me say that I to you. Yes, I continue the opening right in the center. There is the wand bird. I will choose a card on the 10 of Wands. Let's see. Look, you really experienced a mutual love. The wings here are a wing extending from the divine. In other words, you are under the wings of the divine arms here from the 2 of Hearts. People also look again. You have fallen out with each other. See here with the seabird Kahan. I have responsibilities to work like this. Even such a responsibility has been loaded to himself that he cannot see the way his back is bent here because of this action that the person has done to you. From you friends from the 2 of Hearts again, meeting to make peace. Maybe there will be a business deal, maybe a forgiveness. What can you think of person from the 2 of Hearts? Let me say this, sometimes it is not compatible with everyone, but some really have soulmates. There is soulmates. For example, when a person feels pain, you understand it. When the person cries, you feel that cry. I don't know. When something happens to you, a fire falls inside you, like a burning fire. When you feel this, it is not just once, but more than once. We can talk about soulmate. This does not mean that it will happen with everyone. It does not mean that it will happen with everyone. If you feel the other person, if you feel this way, there is soulmate. We cannot talk about soulmate when we see every 2 of Hearts, but if such a situation occurs, there is ERF. Yes, let's continue. I will choose a card on the Lover's card. Yes, look, Aziz came. Aziz says, now I made a choice. I can say that you chose Aziz. If she has a spouse or Aziz here is someone she values as a mother. Friends can be a partner. But maybe she can also have a spouse in her life. Now, as the opening continues, we can clarify this situation because in the Lover's card, no matter how big the love is, how clean and beautiful the person here has made a choice, and even though she knows that she loves and is loved, she has made a choice and may have had to make a choice. Here is a Aziz now. Maybe 3 people are here now on the cards, but I want to say maybe you were not aware of one person, or let's say you knew that you were in a threesome. Does the other party have a spouse or partner in their life? You knew this. Knowing this, you couldn't control your feelings. If you experienced such a relationship, friends, this person is from Aziz. Aziz, let me tell you this way. Aziz may have learned about you all of a sudden. He appeared in front of you but the feeling between you is very strong. This fear, this anxiety, this trouble. I have responsibilities. She was scared. She said I have responsibilities and left. Then she withdrew into herself. When she left, you had to leave too. But the person is here, experiencing your material and spiritual absence. She really lives because really, even if she has a spouse or whether it is his partner or his mother, even if it is someone he considers as his mother, here the person is experiencing great pain, friends. Because here the 2 of Hearts, I have responsibilities. I have to listen to that side. I have to stay on this side, even if there is a soulmate, if the person really wants it or not. If he has turned to that side, he is experiencing great pain. The Five of Ton here shows how great pain this person is experiencing. Yes, now we continue from the center. We chose 1 over the 5 of Talismans. Now it says that the 4 of Tosin here, the person does not want to lose what they have, he holds on tightly like this. He has taken one in his hand, put the other on top of him, he has taken both of them under his feet, he is holding on tightly like this, I do not want to lose. Now the first possibility is that the person loses what they have, his financial power. The second possibility is that the woman leaves here, the man ends, so your departure really here. Because the cup came out, the second event is also very high. This person does not want to lose you and he is experiencing great pain, he does not want to lose either. There is such a situation in the center. This came out so your departure affected him very, very much. He is hurt, my friends. There is a person in our mind who feels your absence both materially and spiritually. My voice is still hoarse, I apologize, but his voice is not coming. If you say rest for a while, I will rest, yes. I want to choose a card on the moon card, yes. It turned out to be the talisman duo. My friends, now this person is really scared. 2 people, stuck between 2 situations, here. Juggling the talismans in his hands, a bit cunning, a bit materialistic. There is a person in our mind, he says materiality is very important, yes, it is important but not very important. He says I cannot lose materiality first, he is focused here and is afraid of losing this materiality. This power, this is what he is afraid of, friends. Why are they afraid of materiality? This family materiality could be, I could explain. For example, maybe he has a mother, a father, the same as Turkish movies are like this. If you do not marry the person we want like this, we will take your honey and your property from you. I will not let you smell the zernik, for example. I may have experienced something like this, or does he have a wife in his life? I can't leave him. If I leave him, your financial situation will be shaken because he doesn't want to lose our investments. There is also a financial and spiritual loss at the same time. The Heat 5 is both separation and bankruptcy card, friends. Maybe if I lose this financial situation, I will really get into trouble. Saying in a little bit forcedly, according to himself forcedly, he may have made this decision. The person in our mind, yes, I chose a card on the Queen of Hearts here with the 8 of Sim. The person is working. Look, he has devoted himself to his work. He seems a bit like a workaholic, but while working and you are aware of this, you say your heart is broken. I wish he had worked a little bit for me. If he had worked for me, if he had shown me that he valued me, yes. I say this because it came upon you. There is a high probability that you said this inside of you: work for me too, strive for me too. Okay, you have responsibilities because right in the center. What did he tell us? I have responsibilities. My burden is very heavy. He also says I am carrying a burden of heart. Come and ask me, I have to work. Look, he may have told you this. Yes, it works. Maybe he knows some things but it doesn't work for me. Okay, he has responsibilities for someone, 3 people or now everyone is friends but it doesn't work for me. That's why your heart is broken. Yes, I will choose a card on the King of Swords. Yes, 7 of Swords. That is fox energy came out. Friends, here the person manipulated you. He said I have responsibilities. He got scared. He ran away, but he acted skillfully so that it wouldn't be understood that he was afraid. He manipulated you. He came and didn't tell you what happened. As it is here, the Moon card shows himself strong not to show what happened as it is, but in fact the person is afraid under the surface. What is materiality? He didn't want to lose materiality and he wanted you to not understand by manipulating you. On the other hand, this first meaning and second meaning is also here, my friends. The sword is a bit like this, thief people also. It also shows that the person will be wronged financially no matter how much he juggled with that materiality, whether it is family materiality or a common business or a common living space. Whatever it is, the person himself reaps what he did. Friends, you want him to respect him. He respected you. He worked for you. He took care of this love, this affection. You saw his priority. He was trying to take care of was money. You also got upset. You went. He broke your heart. Now look, he fed off your love. He stole your love, but he also manipulated him from him. Look, I pull him down from above around him like this. I show him many ways and methods by a mature person, by a person he listens to a lot, he trusts a lot. There is a situation of being manipulated. Sword in 7th person. The person is subjected to theft. For example, is there a business deal? Less is given, but you are going to be very angry here, and they send the person off in a nice mood, but then he sees that he is always going from that. So maybe he invested in a business and there he says, if I work and put in the effort, I will increase and multiply, I will grow. For example, I will make a status. Think like this. He is focused on something like this, but the people he trusts are also plotting behind this lie, deceit, betrayal, theft, takers and fools, doing everything you can think of, and the World card is already in the card below. What I said here, you wanted to be completed, but he is being tested. Look, the Soon 5 is the separation and bankruptcy card. He is losing what he has, friends, because he is very nice manipulating him, playing on his soft belly like this, nice deceiving him. He does not go beyond his word. I feel like such a male energy by this person. He is being manipulated and betrayed, and look, this is not very long, and within a couple of months. It's like you're still, if you hold on to the attunement, the person may go bankrupt or suffer a big financial loss. That is, a bankruptcy where they hold on tightly. A financial loss is very likely. You've manipulated them. You've preferred material things. You've worked really hard, but you've also been broken-hearted. That's why the person here has also come to such games. You've also come to this kind of game. You've already said, oh, if you're like, look at this person here. I want to say this here. I said there could be soulmates, actually, in this environment. Aziz is a mother, a wife, a partner, whoever she is. Here, Aziz's friends are very patient. Their love is strong. But the people here are not aware that they are dealing with a soulmate. Because when there is soulmateship, even if the person never sees it, look, this is Turkey. This person went to Germany, for example. How big a distance is it? But you can go by plane, etc. It's a different country, not a city, but you can't see it. If you can't see it, the distance is still far. Time has intervened here. Aziz has entered, but they have caused karma here. There is a soulmateship here. It is very likely that in such relationships, yes, time comes in between, distances come in between, but they have caused karma. Actually, this environment that loves material things very much, there is this love with you. Look at the pure love you offer to this person. Unfortunately, this is their test. Let me say that they have played with fire. They have taken your moment. Friends or saints, I will choose a card on the scabbard. Yes, now marriage is made. He thinks he thinks about what happened. He says, I worked very hard. I worked very hard. This, he sees people as his family. Aziz, a mother, a family, a spouse. A family is the same under the same roof. Friends, a person, a family is the same as a person. It happens under the same roof. He will interpret it this way. Everyone should take it in their own way and accept it. I worked very hard. I worked very hard. I worked very hard. I was very patient. I waited very long. I am a labor. He thinks to get what I deserve. He questions but says no. He says, I didn't get what I deserve, or did I get too little? I mean, he is not happy. The person has planted the seeds here. The harvest is ready. He is waiting like this, so that these will grow now. I will earn something. Something come to me now materially. I mean, he has expectations. He has been very patient, and the person here, look, he has reaped what he sowed. He has planted the seed. He is waiting, my friends, with the card of Saint. He questions what he has done. He says, why did I experience these? Why did I do what I did? Where did I make a mistake? You worked so hard. Let's see what will happen. On top of the world card, a card can be with 3 people. As well as for famous people, there is a high probability that he has turned his back on you. There is also a third situation. Friends, when I say a third situation, he has expected understanding from you. In this, there is a field. He has made a choice. Friends, it is really a situation of 3 third parties. In this situation, the person is being tested. But he is being tested severely because money is being stolen from him. Where he holds on tightly, goods, it is stolen. If there is a family's material, it is taken underhanded. It is stolen, but it wakes up a little late. Look, there was waking up here. When left alone for a while, when the marriage is withdrawn, the person slowly wakes up as if he is coming out of an illusion, and slowly, yes. I chose a card on the 4 of Swords. Look, the Queen of Morocco came out. Friends, here there is a person with his own value. I am very valuable. Yes, you did not want to work for me. You broke my heart. You fed off my love. Did you devote yourself to your work? You did the same. You also devoted yourself to your work. He struggles for material things. I mean, I struggle too. What will happen if he does not love me as I love him? If he does not give me the value I give? I do not give him either. Even if you love him from the inside, you do not show it to the outside, and you look strong. You look strong, but you also appear as someone who has a job. You have a profession. You may be working in a solid job. Your family's material things, it is good. You have a solid income from somewhere. You own, you are someone standing on AAK. Friends, and he thinks of you too. Look where he lies down. He thinks of you too. That's exactly how it turned out, even though it's a little similar to the previous opening. There are still differences here. Friends, it turned out like this. Now I want to pull a little more so that it doesn't remain open-ended. I want to choose a card on this someone. Yes. Look, Empress, I mean like an empress who values herself very much in her own work, in her own power, in abundance. Abundance is also quite strong. Maybe look, I want to say this for the emperor here, both with her queen and be an emperor. You have come out of emotionality here. Friends, you have first become a queen of some, and then you have become an emperor inside. You may have made a status. If you are working somewhere, you may have been promoted. Now you are in a good mood with abundance. So you say, really, never mind, and he made such a choice. You said, it's not at all like that. I want to choose a card on the 4 of this stone. Let's see what he will say. That's my solid place. He says, I will get my horse there. I fixed it. It never moved from there. I never thought of moving. No matter what happens, I attachment to there. I mean, he feels attached. He can't break away from there. The person in our mind says, and where he says he can't break away, he has become like this materially. The person in our mind who will break away from there as if by divine means. Yes. Friends, the opening is like this. I got it, I accepted, and I say that's how it happened. My friends, if you liked my videos, press the like button. I would be very happy if you subscribe. See you in the next videos. Bye. Take care, friends.